By 2050, America won't be remembered for its wealth, its weapons, or its walls. It will be remembered for one thing, whether it chose to care for its people or turned its back on them. By 2050, the United States will be defined not by what it owns, but by how it cares for its people. That's not prediction. That's truth. And it's coming for us faster than we think. For generations, we've measured success in skyscrapers, stock markets, superpower status. Bigger, taller, richer. That was the scoreboard. That was the yardstick. But by 2050, none of that will matter if we've left our people behind. Because what good is a booming economy if families are still choosing between rent and medicine? What good is innovation if it's only for the few? What good is a powerful nation if its people are powerless in their own lives? The real wealth of America has never been in its banks. It's been in its people. The worker, the parent, the neighbor, the nurse who stays after the shift ends, the teacher who buys supplies out of her own pocket, the soldier who serves, then comes home to a country that often forgets him. By 2050, the truth will be undeniable. How we treat each other will define us more than anything we build. And the warning signs are already here. We see it in hospitals overflowing. We see it in young families priced out of homes. We see it in veterans waiting years for care they earned in months. We see it every single night in the faces of the hungry, the homeless, the forgotten. This is not abstract. This is not distant. This is not tomorrow's problem. It is here now. And by 2050, the cost of not acting will be written across an entire generation. The question is simple. Will America choose ownership or will America choose care? Ownership fades, care lasts. Ownership is about power. Care is about people. Ownership builds walls. Care builds bridges. The world is watching. And so are our children. They will not remember what corporations we saved or what profits we posted. Whether their parents had clean air to breathe, safe water to drink, schools that worked, jobs that paid. In 2050, it won't matter who sat in boardrooms. It will matter who sat at the dinner table and whether there was food on it. We can no longer confuse growth with greatness. Growth without care is hollow. Growth without care collapses. Greatness comes from lifting people up, not leaving them behind. So here is the urgent truth. America's future is not in steel or glass or numbers. America's future is in its people. 2050, the measure of this country will not be GDP. Hey, it will be whether we chose to care. Did we care enough to act on climate? Did we care enough to fix our broken healthcare system? Did we care enough to invest in education, in opportunity, in equity? Did we care enough to face division head on and choose unity anyway? Care is the new currency. Care is the new power. Care is the only legacy that will last. The storms are coming. The headlines will write themselves, but the story is ours to tell. The story is ours to live. By 2050, the question will echo, did America care? And the answer, our answer, will define everything. The strength of America in 2050 will be measured by the bridges it builds between generations, communities, and the world. Not the walls, not the divides, not the headlines screaming about what keeps us apart. Bridges, that's the truth, that's the test, and it will define who we are. Right now, we are a country split down the middle, politics tearing at families, technology pulling kids away from parents, fear hitting neighbor against neighbor. We scroll past each other, shout past each other, live past each other. But by 2050, the United States will be judged on whether we chose something different. Will we choose connection or will we choose collapse? A bridge doesn't ask who you voted for. A bridge doesn't check your bank account. A bridge doesn't care what language you speak at home. A bridge connects because that is its only purpose. That is what America must decide to be. A bridge strong enough to carry everyone. And let's be clear, the fractures are real. Families crushed by student debt, communities drowning in floods and fires, veterans left behind, seniors aging alone, young people convinced no one is listening. It's real, it's raw, it's here. But the future doesn't have to be more of the same. By 2050, we will be measured by whether we built the bridges or burned them. Between generations, did we listen to our young and honor our old? Between communities, did we lift up the poor and stand with the marginalized? Between nations, did we lead not by force, but by example? This is survival. Division is a luxury we can no longer afford. Disconnection is a cost we can no longer pay, because a divided America will not stand in 2050. A divided America will not lead. A divided America will not last. Connection is strength. Bridge building is strength. Bridge building is strength. And the truth is, we've done it before. We built bridges after wars. We built bridges after disasters. We built bridges after tragedy. We stood together after September 11th. We stood together in the face of hurricanes, wildfires, and storms. We are capable of unity when it matters most. The only question is, will we choose it before it's too late? By 2050, the bridges we build will decide the story we tell. Bridges of trust between police and the communities they serve. Bridges of opportunity between the wealthy and the working class. Bridges of hope between children dreaming of tomorrow and leaders willing to fight for it. Bridges of humanity between America and the rest of the world. And here's the hard truth. Building bridges is harder than building walls. Bridges require work. Bridges require sacrifice. Bridges require courage, but they also last. Walls eventually crumble. Bridges endure. Every choice we make now is a brick. Every law passed. Every classroom funded. Every voice heard. Every injustice challenged. Every hand extended. Every bridge starts small, but together they form a path forward. Form a path forward. By 2050, the measure of this nation will not be how loud we argued. It will be how strong we connected. The story of America is not division. It is not fear. It is not fear. It's not hate. The story of America is bridge after bridge after bridge. And when the world looks back at us, when our children look back at us, they won't ask how many times we shouted at each other. They will ask, did we build enough bridges to hold this country together? That answer, that bridge, is still being built. Technology will shape our days, but humanity will decide our future. That is not speculation. That is not theory. That is fact. And by 2050, it will be the truth written in every life, every family, every community. Right now, technology is everywhere, in our pockets, in our cars, in our schools, on our wrists, screens that never sleep, voices that answer when we call, machines that learn us better than we know ourselves. It is astonishing. It is terrifying. It is powerful. But here's the truth no one wants to admit. Technology will not save us. Humanity will. Because technology doesn't care. Technology doesn't feel. Technology doesn't choose right or wrong. We do. We decide. We always have. By 2050, the story of America will not be written by machines. It will be written by the people who chose how to use them. Think about this. AI can diagnose a disease.
AI can diagnose a disease,
But only a human can decide to care. A drone can deliver food. But only a human can decide to feed the hungry. A robot can teach the lesson. But only a human can inspire a child to dream. The danger is clear. We are outsourcing our choices. We are surrendering our decisions. We are surrendering our decisions. We are letting algorithms decide what we see, what we buy, what we believe. A nation that denies opportunity denies its future. A nation that denies opportunity denies itself. And let's be clear, opportunity does not mean handouts. Opportunity means fairness. Opportunity means removing the barriers that should never have been there in the first place. Opportunity means that every child, no matter where they start, gets a chance to finish strong. By 2050, the scoreboard will not be GDP. It will not be Wall Street. It will not be the Fortune 500. The scoreboard will be whether America kept its promise. Did we give our children better than we had? Did we make opportunity real for every single one of them? The dream is fragile, but it is not dead. It lives in the teacher who stays late to tutor. It lives in the entrepreneur who builds something from nothing. It lives in the immigrant who comes here believing this country still stands for something greater. It lives in every American who still believes in the promise. In 2050, the dream will be judged, not by words, not by slogans, but by whether we made opportunity the right of every citizen, not the privilege of a few. The American dream survives only if we keep the promise, and that promise must be kept.
Yeah.
The climate crisis will write the headlines of tomorrow. Our response will write the story of who we are. That's not a warning, that's reality. And it's already happening. Every wildfire, every hurricane, every drought, every flood, every record-breaking heat wave. These are not coincidences. These are not accidents. These are signals. The Earth is screaming. The question is, are we listening? By 2050, the United States will be judged not by the storms it endured, but by the actions it took. History will not remember the temperature. History will remember the response. Did we rise? Or did we fail? This is not abstract. This is not distant. Homes washed away in Florida. families displaced in California, children breathing smoke-filled air in Oregon, farmers losing crops to drought in the Midwest. The crisis is already here, already costing lives, already testing this country, and yet there is a choice. There is always a choice. We can choose denial, we can choose delay, we can choose excuses, or we can choose action, bold action, urgent action, unrelenting action. Because here is the truth. The climate crisis is not just about weather. It is about health. It is about security. It is about food on the table, roofs over heads, lives saved or lost. It is about survival. And by 2050, our children will not ask us how much gas was in our tanks. They will not ask us what party we voted for. They will not ask us what excuses we made. They will ask, when the planet was in peril, what did you do? The headlines will write themselves. The storm destroyed, the fire consumed, the flood displaced. But the story, that is ours to write. Will the story be of a country that stood frozen, arguing while the waters rose? Or will it be of a country that led the world, that turned crisis into opportunity, that chose courage over comfort? This is not just a threat. This is a chance to reinvent energy, a chance to protect our children, a chance to build a future stronger, cleaner, safer, a chance to lead. But time is not on our side. Every year of delay is a year stolen from the next generation. Every excuse is a choice to let them pay the price. Every inaction is action on the wrong side of history. By 2050, the verdict will be clear. Did America stand tall in the face of the greatest test of our time, or did America look away? And make no mistake, the world is watching. Other nations are. The race to lead the clean energy future is already underway, and leadership will not be handed to us. It will be earned. It will be fought for. This crisis will define us. It will define our politics, our economy, our communities, our lives. And the truth is, the fight is not about science anymore. The fight is about will. The fight is about courage. The fight is about whether we have the backbone to choose the hard road now instead of the impossible road later. The climate crisis will write the headlines of tomorrow, but the story, the legacy will be us. It will be ours. By 2050, the world will know whether America rose to meet the storm or whether it surrendered to it. The time for doubt is over. The time for delay is gone. The time for action is now. History is waiting for our answer.